Hi everyone, this is Jen Judkins with Wilmington Technology Training. I'm going to go over instructions today on how to use the Diigolet bookmarking tool. You're going to need to be logged into your Diigo account, but you need to do this from the computer that you typically will bookmark from. Because unlike Diigo, which is available from any computer that has a web connection, your Diigolet button is actually something that's tied to your physical computer and your specific browser. So what I mean is, if you bookmark from home oftentimes, then what I'd suggest is that you do this process when you're in your home and using the browser that you typically use from home. So I typically use Google Chrome when I'm working out of my house, and so that's what I'm in right now. But if I were installing this at school, I would be in Firefox doing this process because that's the browser I normally use from school. So first you're going to log into your Diigo account, and then you're going to click on this Tools button. The first thing that appears is the Diigolet bookmarking tool. So I'm going to click on this, and the instructions are here for installing it. All you need to do is first locate the type of browser you're using. So Chrome appears first, but if you use other browsers, you'll notice there's a button you can click to display other types of browsers. From here, you simply click the Diigolet button, press and hold your right mouse button, drag it up until you see a plus sign appear, and you're doing this in this gray area that is right underneath where you would normally type in a website address. So when you drag it up and release, you'll end up with this button that I have already. And so now I want to show you how it works. You won't need to be logged into Diigo to use this. So really, I'm just going to close this because we don't need it. And when you get to a website that you want to save, like for example, this is one I want to save, I'm going to press this Diigolet button, and I have a menu that appears. We're going to focus on using the bookmark component, so that's what I'm going to press. And you'll see that, as you've noticed before with Diigo, it fills in the URL and it also fills in a title automatically. And from here, you can add a description if you want. And the most important thing, recall we talked about this, that tags are necessary to be able to find these bookmarks later. So while you don't have to use a description, you really have to have tags, and you want to be consistent about this. So I'm going to start typing a word, and you'll notice that the bookmark that is closest to the word I start typing appears. So what you're going to do is add the tags that are related to this site, and you're all set. Now, for most of you, you're going to stop here, but I just want to point out a couple of features for those of you that may want to try out some additional features of Diigo. There are options for list or group. So first of all, a list is a collection of bookmarks that are all sort of grouped together under a similar topic. So let's say this one, if I put this drop down open, it doesn't really fit under any of these, but I could create a list for assessments, and I could bookmark this as part of that assessment list. Now, the way that a list works is that it creates a group of bookmarks that can be shared by a link and as kind of a view-only thing. So no one can do anything to edit your links. It would just allow them to see the links that you've collected. And you could share that with just a web address. And the people that look at it don't even have to have a Diigo account. Group, on the other hand, if you were to add this bookmark to a group, the group feature is something that allows for collaboration. So, for example, if you are a 4th grade math teacher and you want to start collecting 4th grade math resources, you might want to create a group and invite other 4th grade math teachers who are also users of Diigo to add bookmarks to this group that you've created. So A list is simply a view-only thing that can be shared with a link, but still a collection of resources on a topic. And a group is a collection of resources, but in a format that allows you to have other people contributing bookmarks that you invite. So those are some things you might want to check out. So I'm going to save this bookmark, and I'm all done.